I thought I would do a video response to Spicy 110's video about like all the stuff that has happened to his bike, or just he kind of did a walk around and just instead of like all the mods he's done to it, it was more of a here's all the evidence of things that have happened to this bike. You know, it was kind of interesting. I thought, you know, that's actually, my bike is a little bit more ripe for that sort of walk around rather than the modifications you've done. Although I have done a few. I mean, mostly like not so much performance related mods, but practicality related mods. Yes. So, at some point in the near future, I will find a place to pull over. It's getting closer. The time is getting closer. I don't know when it will happen, but at some point I will, like a cheetah, lock in on the place that I want to pull over, and I will do it. Hello there! Hello! Yes, I've found it. The spot that I can pull over. Oh, almost. We're almost there. It's just down here a little bit. Down this little gravel road. And right here. It's right here. This is where I can pull over. I gotta lock up my rear tire a little bit there. Yeah, okay. Alright, yes. This is the spot where I can pull over. So, here's my bike. Doesn't have a name. It needs a name. So I bought this thing with 14,300 miles on it. It now has 57,215. I've never wrecked it other than that right there, which was sort of a 5-mile-an-hour drop in California. I saw a giant pine cone and was like, oh, pine cone! And I usually brake all on the road. And I did, but I just was impatient, and I got off the road before I was completely stopped, and the shoulder had some invisible grit, and down I went. So, I kicked the pine cone. I was just pissed. Actually, I put that center stand on there. That's awesome. Center stand is so nice to have, by the way, if you work on your own bike. Let's see. The little tool door. There was like a plastic tool door that went right here, but it got lost, and so I made this little aluminum one. It slides on there. It works pretty well. Never had it move, or... Okay, well now it's not going to cooperate, because... Well, actually, because I'm wearing gloves. Yeah, so anyway, there's that. What else have I done? Oh. Put the thing on and not reserve. I just filled up. What else? So, here's my luggage rack. This is something I built, but unfortunately it has loosened this guy, and it's due to the way this thing bolts in. I need to fix that, but it was like super sturdy. This thing is incredibly strong by itself. It's made of carbon fiber and a little bit of fiberglass and JB Weld putty. This is a 6061 aluminum, and I made these little brackets to fit on there. And it's been really good because I can like strap a backpack right on here, and just like with my little bungee net, and it holds on there really well, securely. So it's versatile. When I ride long distance, I don't like to wear a backpack because it just wears you out. It's I don't know what it is. It's not the weight, because you can loosen the straps where the backpack sits on the back, but it still just fatigues you. Just being there and kind of restraining your shoulders and stuff. So I like to have it by itself here, and then I rub with the tank bag. That, I think, is from a jack stand, the little dent. This is some oil that's baked on there in the last couple weeks, because I had an oil leak due to, so here's my filter, or this little housing. It bolts on there with that bolt, and it's got these O-rings, but when I buy the filters, they don't always come with a new O-ring, and the O-rings are pretty tough to find. So sometimes I'll reuse them, and it's also, if the bike isn't perfectly clean, it's very hard to get, there's two surfaces, because this oil cooler has a little plate that goes in there. It's not a plate, but another machine piece of aluminum, and then that housing that all sandwiched together. So there's two sealed surfaces that have to be perfectly clean when you reassemble it, and it's hard to get those perfectly clean. The horns has two horns, and they're both the same note, so I've just detuned one of them a little bit so that they have so that it's not just this one monotone note. It's got a little bit more range to it. I have a cracked headlight, and that wasn't even incurred when I was riding. It was more like I had the thing in the back of my truck, and this dump truck went by and like sprayed gravel all over my truck, and the rock just, I guess, missed the truck and hit the headlight. So it's kind of funny. It didn't even happen when I was riding it. These are, you might, like, those who know this bike would say, oh, this is an 83, because these rotors look different on the 85, but they still fit just fine. They're the same dimensions. It's just this pattern's different on the 85, which this is the 85. You've probably noticed this little thing if you watch my videos. And I don't know what that came from. This was there when I got it, and it's just like, it looks like it's just been like chipped out or something. I think it's probably from another handle of another bike, maybe a dirt bike, that was like put in with this bike in the back of a truck or something. I don't know how it got there. Man, I'm having the same sensation as Spicy. I'm actually running out of things that are wrong with it. Oh, of course, there's the dent on this side, which was there when I got it. I don't know what it came from. I think it's hanger rash hanger rash. You can tell I'm an airplane person. I think it is, like, I think it's probably somebody just dropped the bike in a garage and something hit it, because I can't think of any way that, like, if you turn the handlebars full lock, that's what happens. It doesn't hit that. Oh, I replaced the rear blinkers. The rear blinkers did look like these, and I think I'm still going to replace those. I don't know. But I put smaller ones on there because I like not hitting them, and I think they just look better. And I made these little aluminum back plates for them and just bolted them onto the same locations that the other blinkers were on. And so they do pretty good. You don't like knock them with your leg, and it's a lot easier to strap stuff on the back because they're just not in the way. Yes, and this is my windshield thing. I made this because that square headlight, in my opinion, is kind of ugly. And especially without the windshield, it just looks ugly because there's this big, like, it's just too small and boxy. And then the instruments are just up here like this, and it's just this big chasm between them. And the aftermarket windshield that I had that like had the little brackets that clip on here, and it had two little bars, you know, the Spitfire type windshields. It did really good performance-wise. It kept the wind off of me, but I wanted something more sleek that fitted the bike better. And so I made this thing. I made a foam plug and a fiberglass part and had it painted by a body shop. And then this is a windshield off of a Suzuki GSF 600 or 1200 pre-2000. I looked and looked for different windshields that I thought would fit the, you know, be about the right size that I would build the fairing to fit. So I got the windshield and built the fairing to fit it. Oh, and my windshield is adjustable. I can turn this thing. You have to be patient because it's kind of slow to turn, but if you look at it, I'm going to turn this, and you'll be able to see the windshield going up. See it going up? And it can move, like, it takes a little while, but it can move pretty far down and up, so I have adjustability while I'm riding. It's kind of, you know, it takes a couple minutes, but I can reach up here and just and adjust the angle. So if it's really hot and I want full wind on my helmet, I'll lower it all the way down. Or if it's raining or whatever, I'll put it up. Anyway. It's a good bike. I like it.